So it seems like you guys enjoyed the Storm 1 video, so here's the video on Storm 2. Now I was very interested to see how this would improve from the first game, and to be honest, in a lot of aspects, it dwarfs the first game entirely. So sit back, relax, and watch as I cover today's game, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2.
This world shall know pain.
For this segment, I'll cover what I dislike about the presentation and then what I like. So first things first, the open world in this game takes a step back. It's a sort of 2.5D setting instead of a full 3D open space that you can travel through and explore freely in the first Storm game. The movement options from Storm 1 are just gone entirely, and you can only jump and pick up items. There's also loading screens that happen whenever you move to another area. They aren't long, but since it forces you to walk these long paths throughout the story, it does tend to get annoying. However, this limited type of space allows for a lot more areas to be explored. In Storm 1, you could only be in the Hidden Leaf Village, but in Storm 2, you have access to a variety of locations. For example, you can go to the Sand Village, Rain Village, multiple hideouts, and everything in between. Also, unlike Storm 1, the NPCs are more lively and will have different dialogue depending on who you are and which part of the story you're in. The map here is also better than Storm 1 because it actually tells you the places that are on the map, instead of you having to remember it off the top of your head. Also, you load in where you save, unlike Storm 1 where it just loaded you into the same place. And the most major upgrade in presentation would be the voice acting and cutscenes, which is a great addition. So overall, while the open world is worse to explore, there is actually more of the world to explore. So I think it's kind of an even trade-off. And there are some better small quality of life upgrades.
This world shall know pain.
Most of the things carry over from the first game, but the combat here took a big improvement since the last game. Everything here just feels so much smoother, and the inputs feel easier to execute. You also don't have to do a whole mini game when doing your ultimate. Some characters have their own charged special move when you do a charged projectile, like Naruto with his Demon Wind Shuriken, which is a huge step up from everybody just having the same charged Shuriken attack from the last game. Due to the new characters, there's a variety of playstyles that you can use that have a various amount of depth. Pain is a summoner who can use all of his paths in a single fight. There are more puppet characters, and there are more zoning characters, for better or for worse.
Help! Help! Help me!
The boss fights within the story mode are fantastic. They take what happens in the show and take some liberties, and they succeed greatly. Like, some of the things the characters do are really unique, like Kaguzu.
What the hell is even that?
Or how you have an entire sky battle against Datara. I mean, the quality here is just insane. And lastly, the stages in total double from the last game, with 23 in total that you can pick from.
This world shall know pain.
Unlike the other Storm games, every character from the previous game isn't automatically brought back. It more so focuses on who's relevant in this part of the story, which is completely fine. All kid characters are replaced with their Shippuden selves, the Akatsuki are all added, and Team Taka are added. However, there are some characters that you don't unlock after completing the main story. Those characters are Minato, Bee, Takasasuke, and Lars for some reason.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
You can get these characters by grinding battle points in the versus mode or online. You need 600,000 in total to get all the characters. Luckily for you, I'll share a method on how to grind this out. Now for this, I use Sage Mode Naruto, but you can use any version of Naruto you want. Go to battle options, put the difficulty on super easy, max out the handicap, and then beat up the CPU, and replay it until you eventually get all the other characters.
This world shall know pain.
The story in this game covers the most iconic and widely liked parts of Naruto, which stretches from the Kazekage rescue mission all the way to the Pain Assault arc. The story is told throughout a prelude and 7 chapters. The story itself, especially in the later half of the game, has more focus put on it. The inclusion of more voice acting in different locations, as mentioned before, really helps you feel like you're in the story. I think it did about as good a job as any game could adapting the source material. It's not perfect as there are some things missing, but it gets all the basic stuff down. So if you're a story first kind of person, this is definitely the game for you.
This world shall know pain.
To say this game is a good sequel is an understatement. It's a great follow-up to Storm 1 and it does that game and the source material justice. I don't know if I'll call this my favorite Storm game, but I could definitely see why someone would have this as their favorite. It definitely sets the bar for what the other Storm games have to live up to. So with this one out of the way and the fact that I have the trilogy, a Storm 3 video is going to be something that I gotta do. Thanks for the support on the last Storm video. I hope you like this one and the next one. It's been That Boring Guy, or maybe I'm not that boring, and I'm out.